Hello and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. Hope you're all doing very well out there. So, as you can see, students are still doing their little firework display there. Surprised Professor Weasley hasn't come out and told them off. I'm going to just go and speak to Adelaide Oakes here, and I'll explain the reason why I'm doing that in just a moment.
Adelaide Oakes, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oakes. Oh dear. You see, my uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Oh, Uncle Roland, what have you got yourself in stuff?
Right. So the reason I'm going to do this, because although it is technically only a side quest, he is kind of related to an actual. He's actually kind of related to in a way to the main quest, because he gives you information about Ranrock and the Loyalists somewhat, but not only that, I also think that he was originally meant to be the person that was meant to help you out discover more about Ranrock and his Loyalists, rather than Amit Takar was. So when you go to the mine where you find out information about what they're going to build to dig tunnels and things like that, I think Roland Oakes was the one that was meant to go with you. But as I said in the previous episodes, that I think because of Ravenclaws like myself, who kind of made a bit of a fuss about the fact that there was no Ravenclaw companion, they put Amit Takar in to kind of as a means to sort of like say sorry, but and they could have got around that by just just saying that, well, Roland Oakes was a Ravenclaw student, and we would have been probably happy with that. But instead they just went with the a student instead. So either way, now that having played the game, it makes a lot more sense why he would have been the person to have come with us in these quests. So as somebody that made one of these people that made a fuss, I apologize for doing so. All right.
Right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Prothero, past the river.
Oh, I shall enjoy this.
Revelio.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
Right, I've already actually been here, but
Just ahead.
well, you positioned yourself quite nicely, didn't you?
Levioso.
I won't rest until you.
Confringo. Now to find out what happened here. Ranrock has fooled you all to your demise.
I love the way he just says that.
Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. Revelio. Confringo. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Hopefully it's just one of, yeah, I was going to say, hopefully it's just one of the simple ones. I just thought I probably should have gone and sold some stuff, but I should be alright. Right, I know where I'm going. I don't need really to use this map.
A rock formation. That's the first landmark on this map. Now to find the crooked tree. A crooked tree, just as the map said. The crumbling tower shouldn't be far from here. What do we have here?
Right, I already killed the two that was out here, so...
Revelio. Troubles. I may have more luck higher up in the keep. Levioso.
Put me down.
Confringo. Levioso.
Enough of this nonsense.
Now here's a sad-looking place.
I could have used the mandrake. It's a bit daft, wasn't it?
That's what I need.
Well, I still can, technically.
What's that? Who's there? What's that? Even so, I'm not alone.
That was a waste of a mandrake.
This is the spot on the map map. I'd best have my wits about me.
I know there is a bit up above, so should I think. Oh, the very theatrical music.
I won't rest until
You were saying?
perhaps not the best place to be caught alone. Stone walls do a prison make, sometimes.
I have a brother who works at Gringotts. Couldn't pay me enough to sit behind a desk all day.
Well, I'm sure your brother's going to miss you now. Sounds a bit harsh, I know. Do apologise.
What will we find in here? Incendiary. It looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on. Revelio. Aloha Mora. Accio. Incendio. Revelio.
Oh, I think there's a room to get behind there, isn't there?
I won't rest until utterly pitiful.
Thanks, mate. I love how you said what power.
You won't get away.
Revelio.
Revelio.
I love the fact that each time that I've played this game,
Toilet door. How to open it?
there's been like a new. I'm seeing some new dialogues in way or another. I mean, just hearing him say such power, that is new dialogue. Oh.
One less human to worry about.
Revelio.
Oh, this is the room I was trying to get to.
Expelliarmus.
Oh,
Confringo.
yeah, I just had to break that down. I don't know why I just didn't do that just now. Right, let's go up and... Used to, in the first time I played this, there used to be some coins and that there.
Confringo.
Oh, it's that made that funny noise.
One way or another, get what we're owed.
Incendiary.
I won't rest.
Confringo.
Lucky, that's all.
Accio.
One less human to worry about.
Confringo. You only have Bad Rock to blame. Revelio.
No, I don't need that. I think there is a room upstairs that I need to go. Yeah, there is. That's where I need to get the... Don't need that.
This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps.
Right. Sorry, I keep cutting his conversation off. I do apologise. Let's see.
Free.
Well, at least he finished it that time round.
Revelio.
Prefect's uniform. I mean, that was enough to noise to wake the dead. How the goblins didn't hear that was left didn't hear that is beyond me. I thought that was somebody getting up then. Maybe it's because it sounded like a spider was scuttling. Made me think that. Oh, well, maybe I should have.
Revelio.
I'm coming, Roland. Don't worry.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, and I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Found it. Pass it to me. Hurry, before they come. I must get out. Hurry.
You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblin stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend. I must return home and inform Adelaide of my safety. Will you be all right?
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Right, so now we've done that, we can leave.
Revelio.
I don't like the looks of that encampment.
So I don't think there's only the troll that's here. I don't really want to take him on just yet because I haven't learned the flipendo. Might be easier for me to just drop off there for the moment because it won't. Well, actually, it would have just taken me off the broom anyway. Right, let's quickly look at, because I've got a new actually the tartan. Right, let's go and do Deek's quest now.
Deek? Ah, Deek is so happy to see you. Deek noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deek has seen one of these before. Deek calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area. So, Perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out on their own.
Precisely what Deek was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deek can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deek when you're ready to go.
I think the tie we're wearing actually matches, more or less matches his outfit. Right, let's, I know we've got an item to identify. And the scarf was right. Okay, so deal with those when. Let's just go and just gonna grab this quickly. Deek, it's actually grown.
Brilliant.
So just quickly, while this is doing that, I mean, obviously we'll go with Deek in a moment. As I say, I don't know if there is. I mean, there's been hinting for a while now that there is a planned, DLC, whatever you want to call it these days, coming out. And I begin to wonder if it was just mainly perhaps the mods that they put on the PC. Who knows? Oh, let's go and speak to Deek. Yeah, so
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect! Deek loves an outing.
oh, that's beautiful.
Dark time in Deek's life. Deek found himself in service of the cruelest wizard he ever met. A nasty poacher. Deek hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh, it was during those days that Deek first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good. We have arrived. Deek enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the potful of puffskeins nearby. It will be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
Right, so I can add that to that. Probably not going to need it, in all honesty, but
You got one.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
Revelio.
Settle yourself. Mean you no harm.
I think there was just one more to get.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
That's it. Okay, let's talk to Deek.
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deek isn't sure what they do with them. Deek is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deek suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deek knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deek has seen poachers in the area recently. Deek will meet you there whenever you're ready.
Right, I think I can. Yeah, I'm going to have to go from here.
Levioso.
I'll look after you.
Revelio.
So I don't think you'll let me get a squirrel.
Revelio. Arresto momentum.
Of course it's out of reach.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
Revelio. Arresto momentum.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Literally, I think I just got all of them now. So that squirrel was scuttling about. Alright, let's go and speak to Deek then. Inventory.
Revelio.
Right, well there's no more there. I'll have to go to another.
Hello, Deek. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deek was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deek has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the Nabsack.
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment, and they should return.
Do you have any advice on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Would you mind talking a bit more about what it was like working for your former master?
Deek's master was not kind to beasts, or to Deek. He saw beasts only as a source of income, to be used for potion ingredients and labor, and Deek will not say more. But Deek is grateful to be at Hogwarts, where he can help care for beasts and make amends for the things his master made him do.
I've already rescued one, actually. Do you have another beast in mind for today?
Deek does. A clearing nearby is home to a herd of moon calves. Just follow the footpath uphill, and Deek will meet you there.
I love the way it says follow the footpath. It's like, I mean, you can apparate, it's fair enough. I've got a broom. Right, I know he's going to tell me to turn it in tonight, so... oh.
I'll look after you.
Revelio.
Professor Howell will never believe this.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Pressed the wrong button.
Revelio.
There. I'm not going to hurt you.
It's literally the last one to get now, I think. Oh. Oh well, looks like you're going to be left on your own. Oh no, there's another one there. Oh no, it's the flue flame. I just say he'd be left on his own, he'd probably more than likely be next time I come, there'll probably be a family of them again. Or whatever it is they call them.
Hello, Deek. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
How did you end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deek's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deek was the most fortunate one, as Deek was sent to Hogwarts. Deek's friends were not as fortunate.
Actually, I've already rescued one.
Wonderful. Then Deek supposes you're finished here. You'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
Very well.
Deek will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready.
Okay, so let's go back to the room of requirement.
There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deek isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready. Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deek?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home.
Right, so it's R1.
Deek thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deek hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts, Deek can show you how to use them.
Very well. I shall let you know when I have some.
Deek thinks you are doing good work here.
I've collected some magical materials, Deek.
Now Deek can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deek thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now.
Right, okay, well. Here for now. Oh, got ready to trade, haven't I? Let's just use that for now.
That came out nicely. I should show Deek. I used the enchanted loom, Deek.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deek suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Can I use the loom to enhance any item of clothing?
The loom will only enhance clothing of a certain quality. Deek suspects you'll find more valuable clothing as you explore. Deek also knows that some of the shops in Hogsmeade can provide you with a variety of clothing for you to enhance.
Thank you for your help, Deek.
Okay, well, that's it for now then. Don't think there's nothing to.
Nothing for this at
Yep.
the moment.
Yep, so that's it for now. So this is going to bring this episode to a close. So obviously it will open new quests, astronomy class. So we'll attend that, and then that will open up the last two, or the next quests that will lead up to obviously the next trial. So for now, In fact, I think it's the astronomy class that will just open up for the next class. So I'll attend Professor Garlick's, we'll go and do her thing next. I will probably get these completed and do some more of those. But for now, I'll say thank you very much for watching this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And until the next one, goodbye for now. And
ruins of Falbottom Castle. After dark, do not tell anyone.
And of course, I forgot this is one of the other main quest bits as well. So yes, thank you very much for watching. Until the next episode, which will obviously do that quest and the obviously the astronomy class. So the High Keep and the astronomy class will be next, which obviously leads to the next next trial, which will be Rackham's trial. Until then, I'm going to say goodbye for now and happy gaming, everybody.